Hello guys and dolls, and welcome back. So today I'm going to be sharing with you a get ready with me video. Mikey decided to take me on a very last minute date, so I thought I would do some sort of bold makeup, but that it was in a neutral tone because I want to wear this shirt which is like really loud and my hair is loud, and it's all about finding that balance. But at the same time, if I were to go like totally nude with the makeup, it would not work well with this either. I like to do looks like this where it's like a really bold layout, like really bold lashes, bold liner. The placement's really specific. It's a cut crease, but it's sort of a soft cut crease, and it's also colors that are somewhat neutral. I don't like the word neutral. Neutral to me is like not warm or cool, but a lot of people use that to describe like naturalistic or what I would call earth tones. So it's earth tone colors on the warm end of the spectrum all on my face. Love this lipstick. It's called Grace. It's from NARS. Oh my god, I love it. My grandmother's name was Grace, so it's like Grandma Grace on my lips, although I don't think she'd actually wear this color because it's like, how you doing? Oh, you know, actually come to think of it, I bet this is named after Grace Coddington from Vogue. I don't know if that's true. Anyone know? You want to let me know in the comment section down below. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, all that nice neat jazz. Let's get started. Today I'm getting started with Painterly Paint Pot. I'm putting this on all over my lids to get that nice smooth texture and the color clarity. Now I'm putting on Swiss Chocolate with a big fluffy brush. Swiss Chocolate is one of those eyeshadows I have to say I really think is special. I know there's like so many great browns out there, but if you need like a nice like medium warm brown and you're just kind of confused about where to go or what to buy, Swiss Chocolate is sort of a go-to. It's definitely one of those ones that's, I think, in some ways underappreciated. I didn't buy it for many, many years because I thought, well, whatever, it's just brown. And then once I did buy it, I'm like, oh, I totally get it. It's like the best brown ever. So yeah, definitely one of those that I would recommend. I'm using another iconic eyeshadow that is maybe undervalued, maybe overvalued. I'm not sure. It's pretty popular. This is Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie. This has a really smooth texture. And again, the color clarity is really great. What I love about using this is it's such a great transitional color because it's not highly pigmented because it's a lighter color. It sort of smooths everything out and makes everything blend perfectly together. Here I'm putting on a little bit more of Swiss Chocolate as well because I wanted that really intense. So the first brush that I was using, which is what I'm blending with now, applied a light little bit of color, and then I went in with a more dense brush to get more color impact. Always a great thing to do. Now I wanted a little bit more of a red tint, so I'm bringing in Brown Script, which is another MAC eyeshadow, which is wonderful. And it's kind of similar to Saddle, so if you have Saddle you could use that, but Saddle has a slightly more yellow tone. And yeah, put it in my crease to darken it up. Now I'm taking Mango Tango from Makeup Geek. Now this is a pink tone, so I'm applying this over where I put Peach Smoothie to cancel out any of those yellow tones and to make it a very warm colored look. I wanted this to be very much in the like reddy pink brown territory. Now I'm just wiping the color off my brush. Always a good idea to wipe off the brush so you can get color clarity from the next thing that you're using. I'm using the term color clarity a lot today, I realize. Taking Walk of Shame eyeshadow, my favorite highlight, and just putting that all over the underbrow. It just smooths everything out. Look how great that looks. I mean, seriously, that's the best freaking highlight ever. And I'm taking Makeup Geek Bitten, again, another warm color. Really, I'm trying to, get that red tone going. Bitten is awesome. Oh my god, I love this eyeshadow. It's so good. So I'm putting this right in my crease, and I'm using a flat brush to do that just to get maximum color intensity where exactly I want it. And then I'm going to go back in with a fluffier brush and then blend that out. So many times you see a tutorial from me and I'm layering all these products and it kind of maybe doesn't make sense to a beginner with makeup. When you're layering all these products and textures and the slightly different colors and layering them in such a way, you get a more diffused, polished look, whereas if I just got in with maybe a couple of the darker browns or something. Now I'm taking a copper eyeshadow base. This is Layla from Makeup Geek. I freaking love these. This is the Twinkle Pops. They're like, oh, they're really cool. Anyway, I've talked about them before. Placing that all over my lid as the base for the next eyeshadow, which is Homecoming from Makeup Geek. Now, Homecoming is sort of like a medium taupe. It's not too warm toned, but by putting that copper base underneath, it's going to make the warm tones in it really come out, and it's going to blend perfectly with the warm colors we have in the crease. For this application, I wanted a nice half moon shape, but I wanted it somewhat diffused, so I am blending over a little bit into the crease shades with my flat brush, but overall, trying to keep it somewhat localized. This is what I would call a soft cut crease. There's not a harsh line, And here I'm going to go ahead and deepen up that cut crease and really reinstate it. So I'm taking Bitten again with a big fluffy brush. This is weird. It's like a fluffy pencil brush. I've had it for years. Unfortunately, I don't know who sells it because it was like a gift with purchase from Lancome or something like a million years ago. I digress. I'm reapplying Bitten with this very small brush to give it a nice localized look, and then I'm blending it out with a fluffy brush to make it a little diffused towards the edges. This is going to reinforce that shape on the lid and make that really pop. Alright, so next I am applying a dark brown eyeshadow into the outer corner, and I want to kind of dive into the why of why I'm doing this. So I have a hooded eyelid. It's not majorly hooded, but it's slightly hooded, so I like to create the illusion that it's not. So what I do is I add a darker color into the outer corners to make it look like it's receding back, and then the lighter color that I have on the lid is going to jump forward and make that part of my eye appear as though it is more protruding, is maybe not a great term, but it'll make it seem more prominent. By adding the dark color in the outer corner, it's going to make that look recessed, so overall my eye is going to look wider, a little bit more open. I know this technique is not revolutionary or anything, you guys probably see people do this all the time, but for those of you who are maybe beginners, now you understand the why behind why we do this. It can also create a little bit more of a cat shape. There's lots of different reasons to do this, but it's just one of the reasons to add a darker color to the outer corner as opposed to putting it on the inner corner or all over or whatever. Alright, so then we have my winged liner, and I'm starting out with the Urban Decay Ink for Eyes. What I'm doing with this is I am doing a little bit on one side, going to the other side, doing a little bit there, by doing a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there, and constantly checking in the mirror that what you're doing is even, you're going to get a much more even and balanced eyeliner. I know winged liner can be really intimidating, and it's one of those things that a lot of people will try to just focus on one eye and try to get it perfect, and then try to match the other eye to what they did on that eye, and that is so difficult to do. So just switch back and forth between the two eyes and you're going to get a much more even result. You're really going to see it come to shape as it's going along. Speaking of switching things up, I just switched eyeliners. My Urban Decay Ink for Eyes I think just pooped out on me. It was getting kind of dry. And with liquid liner, you really want a nice fluid motion, so you need a nice wet eyeliner. Wet eyeliner, that sounds weird, but yeah, you need it to have a lot of juice in there. So when they kind of get on their last legs and stuff, go ahead and just toss them because they're not doing anybody any good. In terms of just, you know, getting that nice clean light. You're just going to frustrate yourself trying to use an older eyeliner. I also want to mention how helpful it is to do the outer corners first, get those all perfected and get the shape right, and then go ahead and fill in on the inner corner. I just think that this method of doing this is going to give you the most even result, and it overall gives you, you know, the most control over how the end result is going to end up. Now I'm taking Floof eyeshadow from MAC, which is actually one of my favorite MAC eyeshadows. It's a really light silvery pink, which is not normally my thing, but something about this eyeshadow, whether it's the texture, the color itself, I don't know, I just love it. So I'm placing that both on my inner corner and just under the arch of my brow, giving me a little poppy highlight, but not like super frosty, sugary highlight, like, no, not my thing. Now I'm adding a little bit more of Bitten, again, it's all about layering. Once I had the bold wing liner, I thought, you know, I need a little bit more in my crease. Then I had to blend it out, of course, because I applied it, you know. It's all about the layers. It's like an onion. It's an ogre. An ogre has layers, and so does your shadow. For my foundation today, I'm starting out with the Korres Anti-Aging Primer. This stuff smells so good. Look at that face. I'm like, it smells so good. Anyway, applying that all over my face. I like this. It's nice and hydrating, and my skin's been really dry lately, so I thought it would be a nice time to bust it out. And then for foundation, I'm using the Tarte Maracuja Found Sealer. This stuff's pretty awesome. I have to say, I didn't have high hopes for it, and I really quite like it. I'm trying something out with it. I've been applying it with a beauty blender type sponge. This is obviously a brush. You know, it works well, actually. It didn't look terrible. I didn't love it. It felt like it was harder to apply than using the beauty blender sponge. But at the same time, I think the end result looked beautiful, so maybe it's worth the little extra bit of effort. I'm not sure. And then, of course, the under eye. Ugh, them under eye bags. All right, and then the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I use the shade Chantilly and Vanilla together. Sometimes you just have to mix them to get your perfect color. Sometimes, you know, a company just doesn't manufacture the exact shade you need. Or you might even want to be able to manipulate it, like use the lighter shade as a highlighter and then use the medium shade just to mix in with the lighter shade to grab your actual perfect shade of concealer. It's just a good idea to kind of mix up products like that. Makeup artists do it all the time. Applying the Hourglass Radiant Light. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. It's sort of like a bronzer blush glowy highlight all in one. Unfortunately, the powdering and the contour and everything for this video were cut out because, look at that, I'm like so in love with the way this looks. They were cut out of the video because my SD card cut out and I didn't have, you know, it didn't film, so there you go. Unfortunately, technology is not perfect as much as we would like for it to be. So what I'm doing now is I am curling my lashes, applying a little mascara, using that Bobbi Brown No Smudge mascara, which will be in my monthly favorites as the mascara of the month this month. To hear my thoughts on it, stay tuned. Okay, so now we're using the House of Lashes Femme Fatale lashes. These are absolutely gorgeous. And I did a kind of dingbat thing here. I was trying them on just to see if I liked the way they look. You know, when you first get out a pair of false lashes, there's like sticky stuff on them, so they'll actually kind of stick to your lashes a little bit. Unfortunately, I was like, oh, these look great, and didn't think, oh, I actually need to put glue on these to make them stick all night. So that was stupid. That's the story of why I have a wonky falsie on the, I think it's your left-hand side, it's my right-hand side. I am putting on a warm eyeliner. This is Roach from Urban Decay. This is such a beautiful eyeliner. It's just the perfect warm brown shade. And what I'm doing is I'm only applying it about halfway into my lower lash line. This is going to give me that beautiful like cat eye look. It's going to really enhance that outer portion of the eye. And again with the mascara, I am only applying it to the outer portion. Doesn't that look cool? I like it. And then I'm putting a little bit of Urban Decay Perversion just on that inner corner. Sometimes you don't have to do your total inner rim. You just need to do a little bit of it to create the illusion that it's all dark. And then I'm taking the NYX Wonder Pencil and putting that all over my inner rim on the bottom. And then I got my little freckle fill because that's how I roll. Speaking of rollers, I am taking my rollers out so you get to see that whole process. That's exciting. Yeah, do that hair. Next I'm using the NARS Audacious Lipstick in Grace, which is just the most beautiful pinky coral. I am so enamored with this lipstick. It is beautiful. When I was blonde, it did not work for me at all. I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I bought it, because frankly it looked terrible on me. But as a redhead, it works. So that's kind of exciting. And then here I am showing you my hair for some reason. My accessories today, the earrings are from Nordstrom. The bracelet is from Eloquii. I will have links to everything in the description bar down below. Let me go ahead and show you my outfit now. It's a little bit messy. Normally I take more time to, set this whole thing up, but I really didn't have time to do that because we're about to head out for the date. So I went ahead and grabbed a stool so you guys could see the whole outfit. My sweater today is from Forever 21. The green blouse is from Vince Camuto from Nordstrom. And the skirt is from the Ava and Viv collection from Target. It's, oh god, this is so pretty. It's got that great striping and it wraps. It's very flattering. My shoes are Sam Edelman, and that's my outfit. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please leave me any comments, questions, or concerns in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Remember to be vintage or tacky. Just be yourself. See you, bye.